Oh, I'm ready for some basketball tonight. It's the South Bay Lakers versus the Valley Suns.
Don't you mean the Phoenix Suns?
Have you seen who's playing tonight?
No, but I know Luka is.
Psychos and sickos unite for a re-aggravated edition of the PHNX Suns pregame show presented by Gila River Resorts Casinos. You can do it at Gila River Resorts and Casinos and Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use code PHNX365. Deposit 10. Place a bet for 5 and get $200 in bonus bets. I'm Eric. That's Espo. We got Ayrton, a.k.a. Freckled Mamba, behind the Mac making all of the magic happen. Shout out to Deborah, Cara, Junior Garcia, all the members in the chat. Of course, also Ashley, Zeke, Michael, a bunch of new MVPs that have joined recently today as well. And we can start things off with a super chat from Psycho Blue because it directly addresses you, Espo.
Good.
Says, Basketball Cthulhu thinks Espo needs a refund on that AZ Sports blessing he got on Etsy. The curse responded to it like salt on an open wound, and now it's all irritated.
Okay, it's one thing. You've got to give it time. All right, this isn't like instantly like championships rain from the ceiling. That's not how this works. It takes time.
Well,
and I'm not getting my $20 back regardless. So
I think if you sent the news that Jalen Green is now out for at least 10 games.
To be fair,
10 days, not 10 games.
To be fair, it happened before the curse was broken. It happened in China, which was prior to when the curse was broken. So it doesn't count.
Well, listen, so far the era of the reverse curse is not reversed. Jalen Green, according to head coach Jordan Knott, has re-aggravated the hamstring strain that he sustained a couple of weeks ago. And before we dive into exactly what this means for the Suns, we figured you should hear from Jordan Knott himself about Jalen Green and some relatively good news about Mark Williams.
I know you guys have been asking. Mark's on pace. You saw him today. Now he's doing live. He said initially he was doing everything but live. Now he's doing live. So still the same goal. Be ready to go for opening night. He's trending in the right direction. I think Jalen, the update there, he did re-aggravate in China. Just the same hamstring. We're going to continue to assess, and within 10 days, we can say that we'll give you another update. So,
not great, Espo. It's not. I mean, it's not end of the world, but it's not great.
I'm not concerned about it. Like, you're going to take precautions early on. If we get a month into this and we're still talking about Jalen Green's hamstring, yeah, I'll panic. But okay, so he misses opening night, maybe a second game. Okay, fine. If that's what we're talking, I'm not overly concerned. I mean, you missed the preseason, so be it. A couple games, all right. I'm not. But if this lingers, we're talking 2 weeks from now. They haven't given us an update of he's going to be on the court. We're looking into November now, and they're still talking about an aggravated hamstring. Then I'll panic a little bit. But it's all right. So he'll play 80 out of 82 instead of 82 out of 82 like he did the last 2 years. I'm not going to over freak out. So.
I think there's a balance of things, right? I think you can acknowledge that, sure, this isn't the end of the world. It's the beginning of the season. You'd like to be cautionary, especially with an athlete like Jalen Green, who is going to use that hamstring quite a bit. And we've seen what hamstring injuries can do to other lower body injuries, i.e., the Phoenix Suns' other shooting guard in Devin Booker. And that's on one side of it. And then there's like the other side of it, which I'm like oscillating back and forth between, which is the And it's only us, right? I mean, this guy played 171 straight games. He played 82 of 82 for the last 2 seasons. And he gets here, and he can't even play a preseason game before he gets injured.
You think that
is it us?
You think that might be why his hamstring was due
us.
for a little?
I think he changed jerseys, and all of a sudden he's cursed.
I mean, and then you got to add in the playoff games he played last year too. I can't buy into like. This season isn't about high expectations, as we've talked about. Do I want to see him out there? Yes. Do I want to see him out there as soon as possible? Of course. Again, we're not even to the regular season. I'm just not gonna freak out. I've hit the panic button too much over the last 2.5 years that I'm saving it for major problems in this season. I will not be breaking out that button and hammering it home until there's something that I really need to freak out about.
Yeah, I still am not gonna like hit the panic button, of course, but don't love it. Definitely don't love it. And from a fun perspective, the vibes have been good this preseason. We've just always said what? Can't wait to see Jalen Green. Can't wait to see Mark Williams. Well, Mark Williams appears to be progressing nicely, which is good. It sucks that, this whole offseason has been about how does Jalen Green integrate himself into the Suns system? How does he play alongside Devin Booker? How does Jordan Ott craft an offense around those two primary creators? And we just got to wait a little bit longer. I want it now. I want to see it now.
I'm a pleasure delayer. I'll wait for Jalen Green.
I don't like how you said that.
Mark Williams can happen game 1. So we get multiple. It's like being a divorced kid. I get 2 Christmases now. I get opening night, and then I get hopefully 2 games later Jalen Green's there. So I get to celebrate twice.
I think that's the mental gymnastics that Phoenix Suns fans have had to do for a very long time.
I mean, I can freak out. Everything's over.
Not everything's
They're
over,
going to win
but
31 games instead of 38.
It does suck. It's not everything's over, but it does suck. I would personally like to see Jalen Green play basketball for this team.
I think Drown the City says it, rather it happen now than a day of a game when he's going up for a bunny layup, slips on the floor, and goes down for 2 or 3 weeks. I've seen that movie before.
I mean, look, listen, I'm not saying that I want him to play. I'm not sitting here being like, ooh, yeah, push it, especially in the preseason, or who cares? Just make him go play, make him go dunk the ball. I think it's the right move to hold him out. I'd like to see Jalen Green play in a Phoenix Suns jersey. And again, reevaluated, in about 10 days. So realistically, when someone says reevaluated, it doesn't automatically mean that he would be back. Just for some context, let's say he does miss 10 days exactly. 10 days from today is the second game of the season at the Los Angeles Clippers, Friday, October 24th. So realistically, missing 2 games on the shorter end of that. If he does miss about 2-ish weeks, well, then that includes Denver and Utah for the first 4 games of the season, would pin him at October 29th, Wednesday at home against Memphis.
I need how we're putting those definitions on the screen for Steven. I need this for coach speak, because we'll reevaluate in 10 days. Is Jordan Ott saying, don't ask me about Jalen Green. I'll tell you in 10 days whether he's going to play or not. It's not a medical thing in any way, shape, or form. It's a stop asking me. You'll get an update in 10 days when I have an update for you. And if he comes back earlier, that's a surprise bonus for everybody.
I think Sean makes a great point in the chat. Says, Jalen Green not playing through an injury in this must-win game? Yeah, I'm out on the guy. I mean, you got to question the heart. The hustle, the grit, the identity of this team.
The guy that flew halfway around the world just so he could practice with his team.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have. Maybe that was the wrong decision. No, we hope Jalen Green gets better soon. We want him to be better safe than sorry. And Sean, I have some bad news for you for this must-win, critical, do-or-die, gotta-have-it preseason finale against the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, there's a long list of guys that are out on this team. Basically everybody except for the 2-way guys and the rookies.
I mean, at least it's not all injuries. At least it's just simply tired China. That's what it's going to say.
DNP China would kind of go crazy.
I mean, let's be honest. Dylan Brooks was talking about how he didn't get to sleep until 4:30 a.m. today. They had a 10:30.
He shot around at the facility when he got back. That seems like it's his own fault.
I get it. They never were. I had people within the organization make it very clear. a month and a half ago, that this was going to be anybody that hadn't really played minutes in the preseason would be playing in this game, and you wouldn't see anybody that had played major minutes previous to that. This was always the plan. So, I think we all expected we were going to be seeing the leftovers of the Phoenix Suns versus
Jared Butler's the starting course, brother.
Yeah, maybe for some other team, but it won't be here.
Here is the list of players that are DNP parentheses China for the evening: Devin Booker, Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, Dylan Brooks, Oso Iguodaro, Colin Gillespie, Nick Richards, Royce O'Neal, and then still out but not DNP China, Mark Williams and Jalen Green. So basically, your entire 10-man rotation is out for tonight's game, which means it's real Jordan Goodwin hours.
You ever see The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Where the Joker breaks the pool cue, throws it at the two guys, and says, "Hey, basically only one of you is gonna make it out of here and join my crew." That's tonight for Butler and Goodwin. Tonight is you guys are getting all the minutes. And only one of you is emerging as a legit candidate to make this roster.
Would you like to guess the starting five for tonight? The Suns have tweeted it.
I am going to go with it's going to be Butler and Goodwin. Kaman Malawach will start at center. Nigel Hayes-Davis will be at the 4. And then I have zero clue who you're going to put at the 3.
Jordan Goodwin, yes. Jared Butler, yes. Kaman Malawach, yes. Nigel Hayes-Davis at the 3, technically speaking. Rasheer Fleming.
Fleming gets the start. So
expect to see Kobe Brea, Isaiah Livers, CJ Huntley, Damian Bow, the real heavy hitters here. I'd say from this starting lineup specifically, I understand that, the Suns are going up against Luka's going to be playing. DA is going to be playing. It's basically everybody but LeBron.
I cannot wait for Kaman Malawach to dominate DeAndre Ayton.
It's going to be great. He outscored him last game.
I'm expecting 6 points for Kaman and 4 for Ayton tonight.
Hey, that would be 4 times the amount of points that DeAndre Ayton scored last time. This lineup specifically, I get it, right? This is not the lineup that Suns fans are going to be seeing every night. In fact, most of these players Suns fans won't be seeing every night, or at least a lot of them. But there is some interesting things to watch. Obviously, Jordan Goodwin and Jared Butler, like you mentioned, are Dark Knight style. Just only one of you can leave. And we've seen one guy pretty much put himself in the best position to be the one that stays so far. We'll see what Jared Butler can do. I've obviously made my thoughts known. Nigel Hayes-Davis, this is a big opportunity for him to just get a lot of run off the start, and hopefully he can find himself in a little bit of a rhythm.
He needs to find a shot. Like tonight's about find your jumper. He hit it well from deep and throughout the floor in Europe last year. He's got to find that. That's what tonight is about for him, because if he doesn't find that rhythm, I think he's going to have a tough time cracking the rotation once we get into the regular season outside of injuries. So he needs to show something.
And then obviously you have Rasheer Fleming and Kaman Malawach. I mean, Rasheer has definitely shown flashes on both sides of the ball. He's going to get a lot of opportunity. In fact, he is going to be my player to watch for the evening tonight. Rasheer Fleming. Your offense is needed, right? Defensively, obviously, you can always find a way to make an impact. We've seen your chase down blocks. Well, guess what? Tonight, you are the best shooter in the starting lineup, Rasheer Fleming. We need your offense. We need your shots. You're also going to have some hard defensive tests. You're going to be going up against Luka Doncic. You'll probably get matched up against DeAndre Ayton, and I know we make our jokes, but he's an NBA center, right? He's one of the best players that Rasheer will have guarded in a short time here in preseason, and then opportunities galore. You're going to touch the ball. You're going to be able to defend a lot. You're going to get nice extended run tonight. Rasheer Fleming, I'm hopefully going to see a lot of flashes from him, even if it doesn't result in a huge box score number to watch.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing him and Kaman play defense back there together as well, and how do they look? We've seen Fleming's raw defensive talent to be able to block shots. This is a growth opportunity for both of these guys who won't see these kind of minutes in the regular season just because of the depth chart. They'll both probably get opportunities, but this will be the largest amount of time we're going to see them on the floor. I want to see those flashes defensively in particular from both of those guys. Offensively, we'll probably see more from Fleming, honestly, than we will from Kaman. But
maybe
I'm intrigued to see what they can provide. And I think a lot of fans have been waiting for this kind of game because you're going to see Kobe Bryant, you're going to get to see Kaman, you're going to get to see Rasheer Fleming, all these guys that were hyped up to us on draft night. Now you're actually going to see them play some minutes in an actual Suns uniform, not in Summer League. I think that's the exciting intrigue this evening.
I think Kaman offensively is so interesting because obviously he's had his highs and his lows, and maybe there's something mentality-wise to where you're going out there and you know that like you're needed, right? In these other preseason games that he's been playing, you're coming in the third quarter, right? The game, it's not already decided. In fact, a lot of the times the weird runs where it ends up being close or within a couple of points or when you're on the court, but you're still coming in the third quarter. Yeah. Right? You're still coming in after the starters, Nick Richards, Oso, they all play. And it's just like, okay, I'm going out there to develop. Tonight, I'm starting on an NBA court. And realistically, I'm the number 10 pick. I should be, in theory, the best player out here. Now, we know Kaman's a very interesting number 10 overall pick considering his development and how much time it's going to take. But a lot of this offense should hopefully find a way to at least involve him, if not run through him. We've seen him make a couple of short roll passes and playmaking out of the post. We've seen him dive to the rim. He's caught a lob from Jared Butler himself, who's starting tonight alongside with him. And hopefully he just grows a little bit more and more comfortable. And we know, like, realistically, he's not going up against the most physical center rotation. So hopefully he's not really thrown off by starting on an NBA court tonight.
Well, I think he will have a little bit more rhythm because this is a guy that's used to, being out there on a consistent basis and not having to sit full quarters out and then try to come in late in the first quarter, whatever the case may be. I think this will be a more natural rhythm for him, but I still think we're going to see him being consistent. I think that's going to be what we see overall from him this year. I'm not going to there will be plays tonight that you go, why did he do that? Especially on the defensive end. There'll be a three that you look at and you go, wow, that was off. But that's going to be part of the growth process with Kaman. And I'm glad he's getting a large opportunity to do it tonight against, like you said, a center rotation that isn't anything to write home about in LA.
So the Lakers are going to be starting Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, and DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, get fired up, Lakers fans.
It's
championship.
It's a decent preseason line. Obviously, you're just missing LeBron. Right? You're really just missing LeBron.
I still don't think they're that
lineup.
Good even at full strength. But obviously, Luka changes the equation from the first time you saw these two teams play to tip off preseason. So Luka's out there shaking off some of the rust. There's only half of him to do it with. We've heard that all summer. Actually, Ayrton, do we have the magazine cover? Is that something we can show as well? It's not just Luka.
Wow. That's big news.
I also have dropped a lot of the poundage and muscled up as well.
The spray tan missed your face.
Yeah, well, sometimes that happens. So
interesting.
Actually, it's just bad
lighting
creation by Eric Weedham, who created my cartoon head
and made you paler.
I am that tan. But yeah, I mean, Luka's out there, trying to get ready regular season wise and shake off some of the rust from not playing in this preseason. I'm sure he'll have some plays that were like, wow, all right, yeah, that's Luka. And that's fine, right? But he's not going to play serious minutes tonight. He'll play probably 20, 25, and then we'll get the rest of the Lakers crew to watch.
You know what I'm excited for tonight? 4-on-4 basketball while Jordan Goodwin and Marcus Smart just bark at each other at the half court line. It's gonna be a dog off between those two.
I really just look forward to Goodwin and Butler just trading off who's jacking up the shot or crashing the lane tonight, because it's going to be a very interesting dynamic when you're sharing a backcourt with a guy that is essentially attempting to take the same job you are.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Something to watch. We also, of course, we have Steven's keys, his things to watch. Steven's at the arena. So on all pregame shows, we'll still have his keys. He just won't be here to tell you about them for home games. But don't worry, We are. Key number 1, give the young guys extended run. I don't think you really have a choice at this point. You're going to get a lot of opportunities for a lot of guys, especially in their first time in the NBA for a lot of these extended minutes. Key number 2 is defend without fouling, especially going up against Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. It's going to be kind of hard to do because you whisper near them and they flop and draw a foul.
Yeah, but you got the home whistle tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then key number 3, test coverages on Luka. Try out a couple of different things. We're sure that Jordan Ott has come prepared, whether he's sending a lot of people at Luka or depending on who's guarding him, if it's a big like Rasheer Fleming, if it's a smaller guy like Jordan Goodwin. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Also interesting, Espo, is the fact that this will be our warm-up episode for our bets. And before we get to those, let's go ahead and take a look at the line presented by Bet365. The Suns are a plus 270 on the money line, plus 8.5 on the spread. The Lakers minus 340 on the money line, minus 8.5 on the spread. Now, listen, I love our friends over at Bet365. Preseason betting, I would say 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
I'm in on it. Why not have?
I mean, we do have bets. We do have bets
fun
for today.
Look, I mean, also, can we give a round of applause to the Freckled Mamba who's getting in his first pregame
ever. Reps?
So those are some good reps for our young guy on the team as well tonight. So.
Starter minutes. By the way, we're also doing a watch long in case you didn't know, right here on this very channel. Espo, like I mentioned, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, and we're calling the number. It's time for our Bet365 pre-game pick. Sign up, use code PHNX365, deposit 10. Place a bet for 5 and get $300 in bonus bets. If your bet wins or loses, bonus bets can be used on spreads, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 plus and physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, text NEXT-STEP to 53342 or visit problemgambling.az.gov. We don't have to mention who won last year. But we can say this is our warm-up round. This will not go towards our standings, but every single season.
I win.
Yes, every single, that's how we did Otto apparently. Every single season, what we do here on our pregame show is Espo and I will be giving you our pregame picks. We put $10 on it and we track our standings. If you lose, you lose $10. If you win, you get however much you bet. You can go crazy with 15-leg parlays or you can do a minus odds bet. It's up to, of course, the user. So tonight, Espo, what is the poison that you're picking?
Look, it's never ordinary with Bet365 or in the preseason. So Dalton Connect, 5 or more 3-pointers at plus 950. I think it's going to happen. So why not? Let's roll the dice. Let's be up $95 on a practice.
He did go crazy against the Suns in preseason last year, but tonight is the night a superstar is born.
Okay.
Tonight is a night that people will remember forever as the night that Bronny James scored 10 plus points at a plus 130 against it's Bronny James, Jared Butler. Coming up next.
Hey, I look, I'm all for ridiculousness in the preseason, and Bronny James going like 4 for 12 for 10 points seems very plausible.
Yeah, 4 for 10, 1 airballed 3 that everybody yells about, and then 1 overhyped layup that makes SportsCenter top 10. It's going to be perfect.
I think you are overlooking the big reason why Dalton Connect is going to go ham tonight, though. The man who he was traded for is sitting on the bench.
Oh, wow. So many layers to this.
There's just drama on drama on drama tonight.
Do you think if Dalton Connect hits a 3 near the Suns bench, he turns to Mark and goes, "How's that back feeling?"
I think they could have some fun with it because they both know that how ridiculous that whole thing is, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's got to be. I cannot imagine as an athlete to think you've been traded, essentially fly, which I believe Dalton Connect was actually in Charlotte, and then find out, no, in fact, I am not a member of this team, and I'm going to go back to the locker room and the group that essentially just said, I'm not good enough to be here.
It is one of the weirdest stories in sports over the last couple of years. And I know a lot of people make fun of it, but it's still, like, even for Mark Williams too, he mentioned it. He's like, once you get back, you just know it's a matter of time. The thing is, Mark Williams is on a different team now. Dalton Connect is still there. And according to reports, has absolutely no value. Maybe tonight is the night that changes.
How does a young guy that can shoot not have value? That just
He's
is
not
odd
good
to
at
me.
basketball.
I think it could be the place that he's at.
It could be, but if any coach should be able to get the most out of a white shooter, well, it is the Los Angeles Lakers head coach. Your final prediction for tonight, Espo, who wins and by how much?
Pain for all of us. For what?
Come on, Mama Watch plays tonight.
I think the Suns pull a second half run out, because there's guys in this squad that are playing tonight for the Suns that are playing for their basketball lives in some ways. A lot of these guys know that the place for them won't be in Phoenix, and it may be with the Valley Suns, but they could be auditioning for other teams as well, where there'll be some of that for the Lakers, but that's not going to be a majority of the game. I think the Suns will win. I don't think either team will win big because it's preseason and it just doesn't feel like it'll happen.
I'm feeling a game winner. I don't know by which team, though. I think it's either Bronny James at the buzzer or Kobe Bryant at the buzzer. So somebody's winning by one possession.
You didn't say the Butler did it?
No, for the first time ever, Jared Butler's going to pass the ball to a wide open Kobe Bryant for his third assist and after 7 turnovers on the night. I'm sorry. I'll save the Butler talk for the post-game show. We will talk about what Jordan had to say about Mark Williams. We'll dive into more of that on the post-game show. We have a Villain Jr. conversation to have again. We heard from Dylan Brooks earlier today, and we will have a basketball game to talk about. Even if the starters don't play, even if the bench doesn't play, we will have a basketball game to talk about, and we'll be talking about it live on our live watch along. So everybody who's in here right now, real quick, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and then jump on over to the live watch along. Give us a couple minutes. We'll get set up over there, and we'll talk to you then. In the meantime, you can follow the show at PHNX_Suns. That's on Twitter. That's on Instagram for live updates during the game. Of course, you can follow the Freckled Mamba at Freckled Mamba. You can follow Espo at Espo. You can follow me at ERIKRUBY. We'll talk to you in like 2 minutes.
We all silly like the mayor.